The Hamza era of self-improvement YouTube is over. Hamza was like at the top of self-improvement YouTubers. He was number one, like 2 million subscribers. That's not the biggest out of self-improvement YouTubers, I believe, but he was pretty good. He was pretty inspirational, and now he's having his downfall. He's betrayed his friends are calling him out, and losing 10,000 subscribers almost every day. Actually, no, it's something around those lines, but it's not looking good for him. Today, I'm going to be talking about my experience with Hamza, how I found him, how he's changed me as a person, and how I want to improve on what he's done. So I found Hamza Ahmed in 2022 when I was in a sad, depressing mood. Well, not depressing, but in a sad mood, a sad moment in my life. And the first video of his I found was why video games aren't fun anymore. I was watching Wojak videos, so I got recommended his, and that because he had the Wojak thumbnail, and I started watching his videos. That video game video, he made me feel I was capable of making change for myself, with the idea that video games used to be fun, but we just don't have anything else in our lives, and we're not striving for anything in the real world. And that was relatable. He made me believe that I can change my life. That's one of the most important things about self-improvement to me. That it makes you believe that you are capable of making a change in your life with the little that you have. Me and Hamza were both parents of immigrant people. We both have immigrant parents who came to this country, built their own lives, and we also live here. So we're kind of relatable in that sense. And he's made it up. He's made it from second school just like me, and he's made it to where he is now. And through him, I believe that I can do the same thing. Because of him, I started taking self-improvement more seriously. So journaling was something I started before him, and I started to take it way more seriously. And now I have 10 journals. I'm on my 11th journal now. And it's been helping me mentally so much. The second thing that happened is morning runs and jogs. The morning routine is something that I've slowly started to pick up on. It's something I love. Just going around the park, fantastic experience. I recommend to everyone. It just clears your mind, especially after you wake up, after 30 minutes of waking up. And the biggest one is cold approach. I've been learning how to cold approach and talk to strangers way more often. And because of that, I went to Comic-Cons and different conventions. I've been able to talk to different cosplayers. MCM Comic-Con specifically, you can find that on my Instagram, and I have taken over 50 pictures with different cosplayers. Even my friends are pretty surprised by that, because I used to be such a timid person before. Well, kind of timid, but I wasn't someone who could just go up and talk to people. Even one of my friends has calling me the Rizzler, because I have charisma now. That's interesting, that's great. And now, because of Hamza, I want to change the self-improvement game. I wanted to make it something more real, something better, because Hamza's gone down a weird path. He's always been weird. Even in his early days, he's been calling himself a cult leader, something I didn't really believe he can do, because if we know actual cult leaders and manipulators, he's not one of them. They wouldn't call themselves cults or any other things. And he also started talking about weird stuff like banging your future wife, breathing through your balls. Let me find this. Yeah, so he talked about weird things like banging your future wife, breathing through your balls, different classes of humans, and really deranged stuff. I remember him going angry in one of his discipline videos where someone mentioned this app where you could just have a tree that you can build over time through discipline and consistency, and he just got angry. He's like, instead of the screen, like, discipline! And stared in the camera like this, staring at you, like, to keep your attention. You could have just said, doing the normal thing like he's always doing, saying, just keep the video full screen so you don't have to get distracted. Something like that. But no, he went, discipline, no. Very weird. If I could put all the flaws of Hamza into one sentence, it'll be this. He has nothing except self-improvement. He wanted to make himself some sort of animalistic machine, something that just does grinding and masculinity and nothing else. Something so inhumane. This isn't surprise because he mentioned caveman levels of testosterone and stuff like that. And in the past, Vikings and the whatnot would just go around kill people. Okay, but that's not really masculinity. I wouldn't say exercise masculinity. I wouldn't say all that silly stuff is masculinity. That's just exercise and taking care of yourself. You have to have a life out of that. Real masculinity is just simply, I wouldn't even say it's stuff like, a real man can take care of himself or anything. That real masculinity is just being a man. As in, once you are male, anything you do is masculine. If you are a female, that is feminine. that is something you radiate by simply existing. You don't have to force it, because that just shows you're self-conscious about what you are. At the thought, I am masculine and I do my own masculine things subconsciously. That's who I am, even if someone would call you feminine. If you do a feminine thing, you'll always find your own masculine way to do it. You are your own man in your own unique way. You just have to find your own way to accept that. So what do we need in the future now? Since Hamza's basically done, most self-improvement YouTubers are done getting exposed. We need to take self-improvement out of the hustle culture grind stuff and make it more real, more purposeful. So we're going to have some real hobbies, real achievements, and not just be a manly man who goes into this fake army, like those weird boot camps they made, where it's just dudes just screaming at other dudes. Very weird. My biggest inspiration for discipline and consistency nowadays is Daryl Talks Games and his annual video game backlog video. This is where he talks and aims to complete as many video games as he can in a year. That's something he has to do consistently and actually achieving. That is something that inspired me, and I've been doing the exact same thing this year, 2025. It's not masculinity in the traditional sense or the conventional sense, but it's hard work. And that made me think, we need someone like Daryl, someone we can see doing the hard work, especially when they don't feel like it, and instead of someone who just tells us to do it. We need someone to see it. Someone like Sam Sulek, always going out, doing some gym work. That's perfect. We need someone to just show them our achievements. If Hamza actually fulfilled his purpose, he would have gone into an actual career and have an actual achievement instead of whatever he's doing. He even cheated in his whole fighting match by taking drugs. Why would he do that? So yeah, that's what we need. We need to do more. Show, not tell, when it comes to self-improvement. Show us your success. Show us your ability. Not just tell us, I have the money. Look, guys, I am in Dubai. No, achievements. Every month, every week. Tell us your achievements and stuff like that. And that's all I have to say. I kind of want to do the same with telling you my achievements. My 2025 backlog video is going to come out this year, but there has to be something more. If anyone in the comments has an idea of what achievements I can show you, like weekly or monthly, I'm willing to hear it. And outside of that, thank you for watching, and watch another video of mine. Bye bye.